Hi everyone, welcome back to another session of ICAD, which is Index Card a Day. This is 2022's Index Card a Day. I'm starting off with cards that have paint on it. It's white acrylic paint that I put on it. And I'm applying more acrylic paint with my fingers. Today I'm using green and pink as my base. As I finish, spread a color, I wipe it off on a rag and then I go and spread the other color. Because if I don't do that, it looks like mud, which was the first card. My cards are 4x6, and today my goal was to just use my colors, and as usual, when I'm not sure what to do, I just spread paint or stick stuff down. So I'm spreading paint, and when I spread the paint, depending on how the card looks, it gives me ideas of what to do next. I saw some Geli Prints off to the side, which I did not put away. I know, horrible. But it gave me an idea. Hey, why not use the Geli Prints today again? So I'm just using some small pieces on the cards here and there, because the cards are already very small. But I decided that I wanted to use some really patterned ones. That's why I'm using these little square ones. And I'm just gonna stick them in various places. I'm trying to use similar colors that's on the card, and as well for each card, but obviously in different places. Still make it look a little different, but kind of similar-ish. I don't know. Now I have some tape. Anytime I use tape on any of my pieces, I stick it. I have a piece of plastic hanging off of the table, so I just stick it against the plastic because I always think I could reuse it, which I usually do to probably border my edges, right? So, of course, when I use it, not tape, but paint gets on it. So this is actually what I'm using now. This is the used tape where I would have done a piece and paint got on the edges of, which is what was the border of my page. I kept it. And this that I'm rolling off of my stick here, it's a chopstick, is the same thing. I did a couple projects, and when I took off the tape off of that, it just looks so good. And I actually have had it for months, if not probably a year. I know it seems crazy, but I kept them. I put them on some of my paintbrushes too. You may have seen, some rolled up tape on the edges of those as well. And I'm using it now, finally. And now I'm just scraping on some charcoal pencil, just making some marks just to add some character, drawing some lines, trying to decide if to do it on every card. That card just locked out on didn't get any marks on anything. So now my intention here was to push it to the background, but then I kind of didn't like the way it looked. So I'm just coming in with my rag and trying to scrape it as much as I can. And then I left it like that. I have a book that I draw I call them thumb faces because they're about the size of my thumb, where I was practicing to draw faces. Usually this would happen if I'm in some type of meeting or gathering and there's a lot of talking and I have to do a lot of listening. I would just practice my faces because my intention this year was to practice faces. And I thought, why not use these faces? Because they're just there in the book now. So why not just add it to my cards? So yay! So I just flipped through the book to see which one I think could possibly suit this card. I'm trying to add a little background for him to lay on. And hoping that he would, just mesh well with the card. And normally I would have tried to make him blend in and, fix the background of his on that's his face is on so that it would blend into the background and, seem to be more part of the card kind of thing. But this time I just felt like, nah, I want him to really, really stand out. And it's a nice reminder to me of where he came from, his history, so to speak. So this is some card that I had, again, excess pieces that I had on the table, and it's blue, so I thought how cool it would be to put him down, and because he is done in blue as well, just a regular blue ballpoint pen, and then the background, well, he's resting on top of the blue cardstock, and I like how that looks. I actually wanted to do some sewing on all of these 4 cards, but then I was really tired. I really wanted to create, but I was also very tired, and then I would have to go get the thread and get the needle, and I wasn't sure where the needle was, so I didn't want to get up. So I just did this, but in my eyes it just ended up looking like a road, which is not what I wanted at all. Here I'm just extending his shoulders and extending his shadow, so he just wouldn't look like a, like he's just stuck there, even though he is. But yeah, it's kind of to help extend him. And then I'm giving him this halo, so to speak, to show up his face even more. But then when I was looking at it, I saw that it was almost exactly in line with the other circle to the left. So I might go back in and make the circle a little bigger, I don't know. So with this card, I chose this lady because she just seemed to fit the most on this one. And I like her expression. When I was doing these faces, I was trying to, I wasn't looking, number one. I was trying to do different features altogether. So different shape of the face, different eye shapes, every different expressions, different hairstyles. That was my intention. Even different sex. So it was like, ooh, maybe I should try to make it look like a male, or maybe, okay, this one could be a female, or this one could be either or. I don't know. It kind of, depending on how you look at it, it could be a male, or maybe if I change the hairstyle. So that was my little experimentation. I haven't drawn any in a while. And I'm just putting a little base for her to stand on. And I was thinking it could probably look like her top, like she wearing a off the shoulder top. It's like, oh, how cool is that? So I'm just putting my scraps again and my tape. And she's not standing out at all, in my opinion. Well, she is, but she needed she needed a border. So I'm going to give her a border. It turned out to be really dark. I didn't fade it out or anything. But at the same time, I kind of like, it reminds me of a, cartoon. When people draw cartoons, obviously much better. But I kind of like it. Yeah. I should have put some more green on that page because there's just this big blob to her left there. But maybe it could be the mountains. I don't know. Let's pretend. But I should have put some more to the right as well, or, somewhere else on the page because it's just one green. So it's kind of, oh, Gina. But that's okay. That's okay. I actually still like it. So I'm just gonna finish off her border. And you see how black? It's super black. But it's like because of that you can't help but look at her. I'm putting in my usual splatters, and then I'm gonna give it just a very gentle black border. Very scrappy border. For this lovely card, it took me a while to find a face for this one, but I'm flipping through and I was trying to decide. That was the first face I drew with the glasses. I really wanted her on top. I wanted her on top, and then I wanted this lady on top on the right. But then they were both back to back, and I was like, why did I do that? So I ended up choosing her because because I drew her in black, the lines on the card that I drew. And then with this one, I was trying to decide, should I put her face? I don't know. I was really, yeah. And then I was thinking about her. She could have fit really nicely there. See, I'm trying to put her on top again. I really wanted her face. Or her on top. But they're both back to back, and I didn't want to cancel out one of them. So I was thinking I need to carry it and get it copied. Yeah, my little, my scrap I want to copy, but that's okay. So I chose her because she has, she was drawn in black and she looks so serious. And I'm just drawing in some more neck and shoulders and stuff for her. And because of the lines on the card, I felt that it kind of matched. So again, she ended kind of abruptly. So I'm adding some more base to her, if that's what it is. I'm adding on more so she doesn't look like she just stopped, So that will look like if she's hiding behind that piece instead of she just ended abruptly. I'm sticking her down. And then I'm giving her an outline. And for this one though, I'm trying to kind of fade it out a bit. While I was doing this, I was thinking, wow, it looks like part of her hair. It looks like, But then I felt it was cool, but at the same time, I was thinking, this is not how I want her to look though. Like if she has all this extra hair. And then I thought maybe I should add some more lines. So I just started drawing, and that just helped me continue drawing. I just, And then while I was doing it, I thought, hey, this kind of looks like mountains. So I might as well try and continue it, right? So that was the Stabilo oil pencil, so I'm just activating it with water now. And I'm gonna end up blending it out. I was just going to just do the line alone, but then I thought it really does look like mountains. So I blended them out just a bit because I really wanted to keep the color on the card as well. And then I didn't want behind her to be so white, and I really wanted her hair to look like her hair. So I'm just coloring in that space. And I couldn't find a face to suit her, so I went in my faces folder where I did all those faces for the face challenge, face-tastic challenge. And I chose her. It's shiny like that because I did it with a charcoal pencil, and then I also used sticks on it. This, what do you call it? Paint sticks, I believe it was. And I didn't want it to move around and smudge, so I sprayed it with my clear acrylic sealer. It's way shinier than I would like. You know, when this is done, I'm going to buy one that it's matte because this is too shiny. But I decided to cut her in half and then draw her back. I mean, how lame is that? But I didn't know what else to do on the other side, so I thought, you know what? I'll just draw her back, and you know, it'll still look cool and still have some kind of, you know, I like the effect of it because it's a different texture, it's a different the background is a bit different, even though it's similar colors, which I found was very cool. And then you see that green on the left on the card, that should have shown. I could have done it where it was showing, so I could have put the face on the other side, but then it would have meant that I would have to draw it over, and I really didn't want to do that. So stuck it down, and I used the Stabilo oil pencil to draw it, so I'm going to activate it with water now and just spread it out. And that's pretty much it for this one. I really like it actually. So thank you so much for watching. I would love to know your thoughts and comments on these cards. Which one, you know, stood out to you, which one you like the best, if you don't like any at all. And let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.